Well, the final day of the two-year legislative session is ending just like it began.
Yeah, we have partisan votes, polarizing issues, and Mike Lowe in Madison with the latest. Mike.
Good evening, Brad and Mary. Well, today the Assembly continues to debate on its final day. Insiders are expecting another all-nighter here in Madison as lawmakers wrap up the legislative session. The final day had a familiar feel.
They're having some financial difficulties, and so they have their teachers union, along with the school board and superintendent, have offered to go into the contracts and help out with the financial situation that's there. So I want to thank them for offering that to us.
Representative Dan Knodel of Germantown congratulated the Assembly on passing a bill to allow the Milwaukee Public Schools to reopen labor contracts. What he really did was reopen the debate over collective bargaining.
I wouldn't hurt your arm patting yourself on the back too hard.
Here you are standing up and bragging about the train wreck you've created.
On a day that we should be really dealing with the #1 crisis in our state, that you laud the fact that there's less money in the Milwaukee public school system.
It was a flashback to perhaps the most contentious legislative session in memory, one that despite large-scale protests, Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald says was a success.
Obviously, Act 10 and the budget repair, everything kind of broke loose here at the Capitol, but then we were able to bring back focus after the reforms were passed.
The Senate, though, was adjourned for most of the day. The Assembly was set to vote on a bill that would replace the entire MATC board with members more connected to the business community. Bills that Minority Leader Peter Barkas says are a distraction from the state's most pressing concern.
We have to quit the Herbert Hoover approach to job creation and bring forward bills that we know there's bipartisan support for.
And legislative leaders here at the Capitol are also talking about a potential agreement with respect to a mining bill. There are still discussions going on at this hour about that, and there is a scheduled hearing before the Judiciary Committee on that topic on Monday. That's outside of the regular legislative session. So if they were to come to an agreement, the governor would have to call a special session to deal with that issue. Reporting live tonight outside the state capitol in Madison, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Mike, I know it's a bit hyperbole, but it seems like the only thing they've been able to agree on to at this point is to have an Aaron Rodgers Day on December 12th.
That's not the only thing they've agreed on, but it sure seems like it. This has been one of the most combative, one of the most adversarial sessions really in the history of Wisconsin. This is the same session technically that dates back to all the debate over the budget repair bill, and certainly we've seen some things said and done on the Assembly and Senate floor with respect to the lawmakers and protesters that we've never seen before.
All right, and it certainly has kept you on the road a lot. Thank you very much, Mike.
Well, it's called March Madness because just about anything can happen in the NCAA college basketball tournament.
But today things going pretty much according to plan.